today, from Austin, Texas, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Austin Bats. This will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. Now Davis fumbles it. It's going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang.
After review of the play,
the Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because
right when pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Austin's offense ready to go again. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And touchdown. Chase Claypool hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Well, this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. There's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
A fumble on the play. Recovered.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 108 yards. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
The offense will line
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because
through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
it qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah. What's that? Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Boston's offense ready to go again. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they locked in really well.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in his first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Yeah, he's going to whip that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
After reviewing the play,
The offense will line
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Another shot now for this Lions offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it. Go the other way. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
I think they're going to have to make some decisions here. That's the 2nd fumble here in the first quarter. And what I mean by that is, do you have the confidence to stay with him? Or are you going to have to make a change and maybe go to someone else?
Boston's offense ready to go again. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after it.
And he's got it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's 2nd and 8.
On second down, Swift. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
On third down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. Chase Claypool doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. Now Kelly. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
That keeps the score. That's 30.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're good.
Julio Jones all alone. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Julio Jones. Touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Man, we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. You see him throw a touchdown pass.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Play action, it's Kelly. Able to hit his target, Claypool. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Chase Claypool. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. But one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch, and now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
A play fake. Now Kelly. Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Called at a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Off the play fake. Kelly. That's caught inside the 20. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
38, Lions 14.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Play action. Kelly. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chase Claypool there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? Two hands, and in this case, we just saw it with one hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in.
So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. On second down, Swift. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Now a toss for Swift left side. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On second and 12, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Third down and 12.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on third down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Montez Sweat in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
At their own 20.
Austin's offense ready to go again. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
They are clicking right now. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And to take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Off the play fake, Kellen. He's got his man on the crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Now Kellen off the play fake. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Previous play is under review.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sends it for a point. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this.
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. 97 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
His guys take off.
Boston's offense ready to go again. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown here in this first half. And this offense continues to pour it on. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
But they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll run here with Swift. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Detroit. Give him 53 yards on the ground. They'll run with Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Touchdown.
DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Boston's offense ready to go again. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. DK Metcalf on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And they got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
On first down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And now it's second down. To throw again. Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
And 10 yards to go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Look at the big man rumble. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 20.
Austin's offense ready to go again. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them.
And Geisman complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. DK Metcalf on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shot at the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Set to kick off.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things. And it won't.
Wilson, it's loose. It's out of fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson, they will find Davis. That's complete. And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Number 82.
A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And that'll cut the lead down to 26. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Austin's offense ready to go again. To throw is Kelly. Off play action. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Good.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
10 at the 38.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be second down. Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Metcalf once again the target. Third down here.
Brings up third down.
Off play action. Kellen. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. DK Metcalf. 62 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And now once again, they'll line up to go for two. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it. But think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Andy Isabella, 77 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
To kick off.
And a fair catch signaled for. And taken successfully. Austin's offense ready to go again. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you set on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position.
And normally we would talk about this more with basketball.
The big fella. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps. But they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. And he he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
It's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big pickup of 38. That's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And this offense is running away with this one.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
10-10 at their own 27-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Austin's offense ready to go again. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we called, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. DK Metcalf, 42 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dying. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson now. On 3rd down. Now pressure gets to him again.
6 yards. And it's 4th down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Kelly now, off the play fake. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. To throw, Kelly. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. DK Metcalf, 59 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Play action. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. And finding Davis here at the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Detroit.
On first down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Lions.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The tackle by Derwin James. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Wilson. Pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They go play action now. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's Kelly. Off play action. He finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And now there's a deep shot that's complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
The 7-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Waller, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Kelly to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
3rd and goal.
Kelly to throw. His pass caught with the 4. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So out now come the Lions. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And Jones has it over the middle. The 40, 20, 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Julio Jones, 79 yards. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no. There was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
Boston's offense ready to go again. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles. What does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the words are usually ordered.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake. Callen. This is caught inside the 15. And they go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another big play here as they strike for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll bring up second down.
Grant Delpit on the cover.
Off play action. Callen. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Darren Waller, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Well, this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners can't know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. This one caught by Isabella. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Isabella.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. From the gun, Wilson looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, You're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Oh, that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Lions on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Katz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Austin's offense ready to go again. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who have been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You got to know what's going on out there and how it will happen.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. Size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, The punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Katz. This one caught by Davis. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. From the gun on 3rd down. Katz. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20.
The 3rd down pass.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sure.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. With the INT. A young quarterback, Charles, rolled into his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Katz under pressure, and down he goes.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be
a big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He had it and dropped it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory